so let's gear more towards the winter show, A Storybook Christmas. I cannot tell you how many people have already come up to me and asked to have their particular act in this show. Is A Storybook Christmas going to be like the Opera House Christmas production that we did a couple years ago?
The Opera House Christmas, the first year the building opened, we chose to do a variety show and feature local talent. And it was hugely popular because everyone in the community felt like this was their building. We've all watched it for years. We watched it deteriorate, we watched it be saved, then we watched it come back to life. And I still think that there is a great buy-in in this community by performers and the public to actually be there, be on stage, be part of a living thing on the stage. And so when the board of directors discussed this year's season some time ago, and they thought this would be a nice thing to revive. And perhaps it will become something that we do on a regular basis. So that's how we came to do it again. So yes, this year, Jeanette Vogelsang, my partner in crime, and I decided that there were several children's stories, non-traditional children's stories, that we would like to focus on as the basis for this and surround it with community talent. So that's where that all came from.
Okay, so is it going to be a scripted show, or is it going to be the variety show where multiple different acts come in and your stories are in there?
Yes, all of those things.
Okay.
We have drawn up 2 acts, and with the particular stories that we want to feature, 2 of them in Act 1 and 1 to end Act 2. But we have kind of gone through, when people come to audition for this show, we hope that they will think seasonally. We want them to think in terms of their favorite Christmas song, perhaps a dance. Maybe there's a family group that has something they would like to present, and that's seasonal. The weather, the Christmas, anything that really moves them at the Christmas season. And we will script it together. I have a group that's already working. I have my stage crew already that are already working on some musical things that will thread the show together. So whatever people want to bring to us, if it fits and if the title fits with us and with how the whole show can be thread together, it's in.
Okay. Now, is there a particular thing that you're looking for, or?
Some people think that this is going to be a children's show. It's not just a children's show. We hope that it will awaken the child in everyone, but we really, really need to have our talented adults come from wherever it is that they are. They're not hiding, they're not lurking, but they're out there. We need to have that talent come in, that sing, that dance, that do comedy, things that fit within the season to come out. Of course, I am looking for some children because there will be a children's chorus, a small children's chorus, and some other surprises that I don't want to give away. But yes, I am looking for some children, but I really, really, really would like to have our talented youth and adults come out for this. There will be some non-speaking roles that within these stories.
Okay. So. Now, is one of the secrets that you're not going to tell us the specific stories that you've
I'm not going to tell you the specific stories. They happen to be very near and dear to me, but then I grew up in other places, so perhaps the stories that particularly moved me came from another place, so it'll be fun.
Would you say that that's what drew you to doing this idea, is those stories?
There was one particular story, and I'm not going to say it now, but it's a fairly new book by a very, very popular and famous children's author, and it grabbed me when it first came out several years back, and that's was the nucleus of this whole idea. And then I ran into Rick Monson and Rob Dudley, and with Jeanette and we just took this thing and it just became something really fun for us, and I know that you're gonna, the community will think it's fun too.
Okay. So when people come for auditions, should they have acts prepared? Should they be prepared to read?
If they have something specific that they are very good at and something that they really would enjoy being part of this, they really should have it prepared. They can polish it, but I'd like to see what their concept of their polished performance is. I will be listening for people's projection. their I'll be looking for stage presence, how comfortable they feel, because there will be some people that need to speak, some people that need to be able to sing, how flexible they are, because there are a couple of little movement things that some of my choreography friends will be asking them to do. So speak, sing, dance, but particularly come with a special song, fairly polished, if that's what you want us to hear, and we will be looking forward to your presentation.
Okay, so for those of us who are not necessarily acting or dancing or singing inclined, are there roles that they can play in helping us put this production on?
Yes, there will be, and some of those are surprise. So if you're not a singer or a dancer, but you love to be on stage, maybe you could be a mime. No, there are some non-speaking opportunities and some non-singing opportunities in this show.
Okay, so what about like helping with building the set or running the lights or things like that?
We definitely need lights and sound people who don't mind being up in the sound booth during a show, during the run of a show. We have excellent tech people at the Opera House who will train them in the use of the soundboard and the light board. We need painters, always need people that are errand runners, all those kinds of things. Yes, we love people who are willing to be important backstage.
Okay, so even if you can't sing, act, or dance, community involvement is definitely necessary.
Oh, all ages, from all walks of life.
Okay, so when are auditions for your show?
October 17th and 18th. Children would be at 6:30 p.m. and adults and youth at 7:30 p.m. And this will be upstairs in the Opera House in the Montgomery Rehearsal Hall.
Okay. Now, the 17th is a Sunday, correct?
17th is a Sunday, and I hope that works out for folks who feel a little more relaxed on the weekend and willing to come and do this. And then for those that aren't available then, come on Sunday, or Monday. Come both days. We're a lot of fun.
All right. Now, when is your show actually going to be presented to the community? When are you going to perform?
The performance nights are December 3rd at 7:30 p.m., December 4th at 7:30 p.m., and Sunday, December 5th at 2 p.m. for a matinee for those people who like to be entertained in the middle of the day.
Do you know ticket prices?
Ticket prices is our typical ticket prices. You'll find them at junctioncitylittletheater.org. I believe the adult tickets are $15. Student tickets are $8. And there are various things, opportunities for military and other
group discounts.
Group discounts, yes.
And Christmas parties as well.
Oh, Christmas parties would be a wonderful thing. Have your Christmas dinner and everybody come to the show. You could also contact the Opera House manager for some other opportunities at the Opera House on one of those nights.
All right. So I've got one more question for you.
Okay.
Might be a toughie. How is directing a show different from acting in one?
An actor has a great responsibility to memorize their part, to know where they fit within all the blocking and with all the other characters. But the director has to make sure that it all looks fine, that they have placed the right people in the right roles, and the weight of the world sometimes feels on my shoulders. And once the show runs, then you go, okay, there's nothing else I can do about it. But so that's the main thing. You've been working on it for months. We started working on this in February. So now here it is. It's our turn. We're the next show.
Right.
So the pressure is great on a director, but then when it runs, you feel like, oh, I've given birth. Ah! Okay, I did think of a funny thing.
What?
I was directing Damn Yankees, and my husband happened to take a small role in it as the commissioner of baseball. And he stood up, and his chair was attached to his suit. I don't think I need to say any more. Okay.
Well, thank you, ML. We do appreciate it. We are definitely looking forward to seeing you at auditions on the 17th and 18th of October.
Correct.
And that's at 6:30 for children and 7:30 for adults.
Yes.
All right. And
we'll have an accompanist. Don't worry about that. We'll have a CD, a boombox, or a MP3, iPod player if you bring your accompaniment on that. We're set for everything.
Okay. We look forward to seeing you at our auditions for A Storybook Christmas on October 17th and 18th. You can also find the Junction City Little Theater on Facebook. We are always looking for fans, so come on, check us out, get informed. And that was another episode of Tuesdays at the Annex. Thank you.